Can a bronze medal match beat the final for drama? 10 goals, 1 bronze medal, and Kylian Mbappe still couldn't manage a smile at the end. England have beaten France 6-4 in the wildest match of this World Cup. Bukayo Saka scored a hat-trick, and Jude Bellingham broke an England scoring record with a stoppage-time winner. And Mbappe, he scored twice, earned a perfect rating of 10, and still walked away with nothing. Nobody expected fireworks from a dead rubber bronze match. Instead, this might be the best game of the entire tournament. Let's break down exactly how this madness happened. England did not ease into this game. They exploded. Declan Rice broke through in 3 minutes, and Ezri Konsa doubled the lead from a corner soon after. By halftime, Bukayo Saka had scored twice, and England led 4-0. 4 goals in 45 minutes against a World Cup semi-finalist. Did anyone see that coming? England controlled 55% of the ball, doubled France's shot count, and won most ground duels. France, by contrast, barely got a foothold inside England's box. They looked shell-shocked, disorganized, and second best in every area of the pitch. Then Didier Deschamps made his move, sending on 4 fresh legs at the break: Upamecano, Digne, Dembele, and Barcola. Suddenly, France came alive. Mbappe struck 3 minutes after the restart, finishing off a slick 1-2 with Michael Olise. Barcola then smashed home a counterattack finish 6 minutes later. Mbappe struck again in the 66th minute, teed up once more by Olise. It was 4-3, and Miami Stadium was rocking. This was no longer a dead rubber. It had become one of the games of the entire tournament. Here's the moment that won England the match, and it happened before France had even scored. It wasn't a tackle, it wasn't a save. It was the scoreline sitting on the board at halftime. England built a 4-goal cushion inside 45 minutes, and history said that cushion should hold. No team has ever overturned a 4-goal deficit to win a World Cup match. Not once in over 90 years of trying. France came agonizingly close to rewriting that history. After the break, they outshot England and doubled their expected goals for the half. 4 second-half goals dragged them level within 1 strike of a stunning equalizer. Then Bukayo Saka stepped up. His 87th minute penalty restored England's 2-goal buffer at the exact moment France needed belief. Ousmane Dembele pulled one back in the 6th minute of stoppage time, and panic crept through the England ranks. 4-4 suddenly looked possible. Jude Bellingham had other ideas. 2 minutes later, he scored the goal that finished this tie for good, 6-4. Bellingham had sealed an all-time classic with almost the last kick of the game. That 4-goal first half did more than win the match. It survived the greatest fightback this competition has ever produced. The official man of the match went to Kylian Mbappe, and it's hard to argue with that. He scored twice, set up another, and the underlying numbers gave him a perfect 10. 8 shots, 4 on target, and over 1.3 expected goals from his boots alone. He carried the ball 229 meters and dragged defenders across the pitch all night. Mbappe had a direct hand in 3 of France's 4 goals. That's a captain's performance even in a losing cause. But this was Bukayo Saka's tournament story to tell. His hat trick made him only the 4th England player ever to score 3 goals in a single World Cup match. Jeff Hurst did it in 1966. Gary Lineker in 1986. Harry Kane in 2018. Now Saka joins that list in 2026. 2 clinical first-half finishes, then a composed penalty to see the job through. Add Declan Rice's box-to-box display, an early goal, an assist, 7 tackles. England had 2 genuine match winners on the same pitch. Mbappe was the best player on the field. Saka was the reason England still walked away with the win. That's the entire story in 2 sentences. Spare a thought for the goalkeepers too. Dean Henderson made 5 saves and finished on the positive side of the numbers. Mike Maignan couldn't say the same, conceding 6 against his shot-stopping expectation. Afterwards, Mbappe admitted the first half came down to human error. He insisted his side turned back into top-level competitors after the break. 1 bad 45 minutes, he said, won't define Deschamps' legacy. Deschamps himself sounded gutted but proud, pointing to a young squad that will only keep improving from here. Bittersweet is the only word for a farewell like that. This result is final, but the story of this World Cup isn't over yet. England finished third, France finished fourth. Both sides now turn their attention towards 2030. For Mbappe, this remained a monumental night on a personal level. His brace takes him to 10 goals this World Cup, 2 clear of Lionel Messi. Messi still has one final game to close that gap. Mbappe now stands at 22 World Cup goals from 22 career games. Sit with that ratio for a second. For England, Jude Bellingham's stoppage-time goal gave him 7 for the tournament. That's a New England record for goals in a single World Cup, ahead of Hurst, Lineker, and Kane. Michael Olise finished with a record of his own too. 7 assists this tournament. That's the most by anyone since 1966, one more than Pelé, managed back in 1970. 2 assists from Olise today were the difference between a comfortable England win and a genuine scare. And for Didier Deschamps, this marked his final match as France head coach. 187 games, more wins than any manager in French history, and it ends in bronze. Not the ending he wanted, but a legacy nobody can take away from him. The only thing left now is the final, Messi's last dance against Spain. Will he catch Mbappe? Can Argentina send him off as a champion? That's next. If you predicted this scoreline, comment it below right now. Subscribe so you don't miss our prediction for the final. One match remains, and it's the biggest one of all. Spain and Argentina meet in the final, with Messi chasing history one last time. We'll break down the entire clash before kickoff, tactics, storylines, everything that matters. Hit that next video, and we'll see you there.